You're listening to the Ballroom Network. The following program is intended for all audiences. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Goon podcast with your hosts, Joe Mandel, the Goon, and the man with the plan, Adam Schaum. We're bringing you the fantasy football knowledge that you need every single week.
Derrick Henry still going. Stays in bounds. He might go. 99 yards for the touchdown. Unbelievable.
Flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught. Touchdown. Only Mahomes turns what might have been a 15-yard sack into a 27-yard touchdown.
Saquon Barkley across midfield, down the sideline, staying in bounds, and Barkley takes it all the way. 68 yards for his first NFL touchdown. McCaffrey right up the middle, and he is gone for the touchdown. 58 yards. Pass is to Thomas. He's gone. Touchdown Saints.
Okay, it's time for the easiest part of any coach's job, the cut. Now, while I wasn't able to cut everyone I wanted to, I have cut a lot of you. Steven, I like your hustle. That's why it was so hard to cut you. Congratulations, the rest of you made the team. Except you, and you.
God bless fantasy football. There are many things a man can do with his time. And this, better than those things.
All right, Fantasy Football Goon, Tooch and Adam. What's happening, my man?
Good morning, Tooch. How are you doing?
Doing a little bit under the weather, man. We got the deep freeze out here in the Plains States.
Oh, man, I hear you. It's pretty cold here in Oklahoma, too. It just overnight on Thursday, it just flipped.
Yeah, we're going to be in the deep freeze for about 10 days, unfortunately. But, a little bit under the weather today, man. I got a little scratchy throat. Just feel kind of logy. But we got NFL football today, and that makes everything better.
That's what I was going to say. The cure is coming at noon then. You got
Right.
NFL all day long.
Right. We got the Buccaneers, Seahawks. Buccaneers are putting a hurt on the Seahawks. So,
That is.
yeah, we didn't talk any. I didn't give out any players, but Brady already at 217 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pretty good start there. Metcalf, 6 receptions, 71 yards. I think Julio Jones caught the first touchdown pass in Germany, for those who care.
And Chris Godwin finally got his first one just a minute ago.
Did he? Okay. Got his first touchdown of the season?
Yeah. Target monster with 0 touchdowns still today.
About time, man. I'm telling you. Well, we're going to get into all of it. We have bye weeks. Of course, Joe left off one team off the bye weeks. He keeps forgetting about the Patriots. They're off as well.
Just
I'm
completely
throw
ignoring
that
them.
in there. Yeah. Bye weeks. Here we go. Week 10 buys. Ravens, Bengals, Patriots, and Jets. So keep that in mind. We'll be taking all your questions. Looks like we got a question from Joe. Nope. I'm just kidding. We miss you, Joe, my radio son. All right, let's get right into some of these starts and sits. What do you say?
Yeah,
roll
let's
into it. Take the questions as we go. Let's start with the quarterbacks, man. Joe's quarterback starts. I think this guy's probably on all 3 of our lists.
Most
Justin,
likely.
yeah, just last week was the coming out party. Had a what ton of points last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he had like 42 fantasy points. So if you had Justin Fields in your lineup last week, you probably won. He's got Dak Prescott versus Green Bay, kind of like that too. I mean, the Packers are in bad shape defensively. I think both their best pass rushers are out. And Tua versus Cleveland, I like that play too, man.
But yeah.
It's hard for anybody to stop Tyreek Hill. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, man. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle is the most dangerous combination in the NFL right now. They're just unstoppable.
Right. Yep. Let's say you're going to double team Tyreek Hill. Your other man on the other side going to be open quite a bit. So,
yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah.
Tyreek Hill's probably number 2 or 3 in fantasy right now, and Jalen Waddle's like number 5 or 6.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill probably good for $100 yards every week, $1. You
Yeah.
know?
And
So,
Jalen Waddle's getting the touchdowns, and Tyreek's getting all the yards.
yeah. Yep. One of my top plays is the Dolphins -3.5 today. If you are placing a wager, gave that out on the tailgate show. Here we go, man. Caesar, the old friend of the show, Caesar, need a quarterback today. Free agents in my league are Carr, Dalton, and Goff. I'm going to say Derek Carr.
Yeah, I would definitely take Carr. Well, I don't know.
It's
I think
either
I'd probably
Carr or
take
Goff.
Goff versus Chicago. Yeah, I think the Bears-Lions game could be quite a few points, so I think I'd probably take Goff in that game.
Yeah, for me, it's either Carr or Goff. With Carr, you have he's hit 237.5 passing yards for like 5-6 straight weeks. So, I mean, that's a pretty good floor. Then you figure you've got Devontae Adams there still, though. He's going to be missing Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller.
That's what I was going to say.
Darren Waller's replacement is in my tight end start, so we'll get to that later. The Goon likes Goff, and I actually have Goff in my starting lineup. I made the mistake of Mariota on my bench, so I'm stuck.
Oh.
I'm stuck playing Goff this week, so I hate to root against guys that are playing against my Bears, you know?
Right.
That's just the way it is. All right, we got Adams quarterback starts. Tua, Justin, and Jimmy Garoppolo versus the Chargers, man. That's the Chargers and 49ers game is going to be interesting tonight. The Chargers have owned the 49ers, when they've played over the past 5-6 years. I think they're like 5-0. But this is the first time Jimmy Garoppolo has all of his weapons available. McCaffrey,
exactly.
Both wide receivers, Debo and Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle. So, I mean, this is an interesting game for me. Herbert, would you be surprised to know that the Chargers are the number 1 pass blocking team in the NFL? I didn't know that, but that's why you give Justin Herbert some time, and he's going to pick you apart. So interesting game tonight. Normally when you think of 49ers, you think of defense, but they are so banged up. They just put another cornerback on injured reserve. So kind of like Justin Herbert tonight, but I can see, what's actually I have him in mind. So we're going head to head here.
Yeah.
I got Trevor Lawrence at the Chiefs. That's a game I think there will be a lot of points scored. And if you're looking for a bye week replacement, Trevor Lawrence at the Chiefs, I think they'll be trading. I think it'll be close too. I think they'll be trading some points back and forth. The Chiefs defense, people are like, "Why the Chiefs defense has really played good this year?" But if you look like the first 4 or 5 weeks of the year, they played crap teams. They got fat. They got fat on the 4 or 5 worst rushing teams in the NFL. There's the Chiefs are really stopping the run. It hasn't been that way the past few weeks. They've gotten run on. Devin Singletary ran all over them.
I think they're
Nick
going to
Chubb
struggle versus ETN today.
I think they will too. I love ETN is a guy that's good for 100 yards of passing and receiving every week. If he's not in your lineup, something's wrong. So, but
yeah, exactly.
Justin Fields, 61.5 yards is the line today. Actually, the Seahawks just scored on a pass to Penny Hart. Oh, 2-point conversion. Okay, so they failed, huh? Did they? No good. Yeah. Okay, so they tried for 2.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown, but I'm not sure who scored.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, but I can get to it in a second here. But
it wasn't Metcalf or Walker.
Yeah. It was Tyler Lockett for 21 yards. Deep middle.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the Seahawks make a game out of it. Let's head over to the running back starts to take a look at what the Goon has. He's got David Montgomery versus Detroit. And, I wanted to put him out there, but, man, it's just like Khalil Herbert gets a lot of touches,
Yeah, it seems that way, but I've heard multiple times this week over the last 2 weeks that 70% Montgomery has gotten the touches. So while it does kind of seem that way, it just those Herbert touches are just they're more impactful in your mind, because you see those 15-yard plays and stuff where Montgomery's grinding out 7 and 8 on these plays, which is what I love to see. I mean, to me, Montgomery is the guy. I love Khalil Herbert as well, but I'm still starting David Montgomery today. I agree with Joe on this one. Though I think Herbert is a valuable flex piece as well.
Yeah,
they can both be, especially in a matchup like this.
They're kind of 1A and 1B. Jeff Wilson, also he's a good runner too. Another guy that splits time with Raheem Mostert. So
back with McDaniel like they were in San Francisco together.
Yeah,
he loves him.
I mean, we're kind of like picking out the non-obvious choices here. He's got Jamal Williams, which I think is a great. Jamal Williams is a good goal line back.
Yep.
And DeAndre Swift is supposed to come back and play a little bit more today. So it's another. I mean, name a team. There aren't a lot of teams in the NFL that just use one guy.
No, not anymore. It's very rare.
The Giants are one I could think of. And that after that, I struggle to
find.
Yeah, Cincinnati is another one with Mixon. I struggle to find any other team. I guess the Browns they haven't really used Kareem Hunt this much this year, but
New Orleans is pretty much Kamara only.
Yeah, New Orleans pretty much Kamara. Yep. So Adam's got Dameon Pierce, which I think is a great call as well. Although the Giants have been a little bit better against the run since Leonard Williams came back in the middle of that defensive line. You also have Jamal Williams, so look for him to get a touchdown. Look, you and I both have Tony Pollard. I'll get to mine, but I think that's a great play today. Although Zeke's rushing prop is like over 32 yards today, I think that's pretty easy money if they just feed Zeke. If Zeke gets I
don't think he's going to play.
8K. Oh, what is he hurt? I heard he's going to play, but.
Oh yeah, no, they're very likely to sit him out today. They say he's still questionable with that knee injury, and it sounds like it's more likely that he doesn't play than he does.
I got to look at this and see.
Let's
get the report. He's questionable.
Game last week with Dameon Pierce last week won me over versus that Philly defense. Like you mentioned about the Giants defense, the Philly defense is brutally tough, and he still went for like 139 yards last week. So to me, I'm not worried about him in matchups anymore. He's going to get the carries.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm kicking myself because all along I knew that Dameon Pierce was going to be a good one, and Lovie Smith's track record with running back usage leans toward him, having a good season. And I thought I could get him probably in the 9th round, and then he'll end up being a running back 1. Well, he was gone, because other people were thinking the same thing, and they grabbed him, 6th, 7th round. So next year he's going to be a 2nd round pick at worst. So, but I've got Travis.
He got so much hype it jumped up like 3 or 4 rounds just like that. And I'm like you, I wasn't willing to pay that price at that time.
Yeah, I was willing to. I was just trying to outthink myself, thinking, how I'm going to get some other guys and grab him late and be the smartest guy in the room. That never works. Yeah, a little too sneaky. But I got Travis Etienne. Of course, that's a must start every week.
Yep.
Darrell Henderson versus the Cardinals. Now today, both those quarterbacks are. I mean, Stafford is out with the concussion.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray has a really bad hamstring injury. It's likely that he will not play, and you'll see Colt McCoy. So if you are looking for a quarterback streaming start, Colt McCoy, he at least could get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins. You're not going to see Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins fighting on the sidelines about it. As you saw Hard Knocks, right?
Right. And Colt McCoy actually played really well in a couple games for the Cardinals last time Murray missed last year.
Right.
Was very good for fantasy as well.
Yep. So maybe if you're thinking about streaming a quarterback, maybe take a chance on Colt McCoy. You know, but I'm not sure that game has a lot of points. Just the Rams.
I'm not either. I'm interested in where you picked Henderson. I'm interested to see how that plays out in the backfield because they also activated that Kyron Williams today, who's finally getting his shot since he hurt himself on the opening kickoff of the season.
Right.
And he had received a bunch of hype and was drafted, and so I'm interested to see how that plays out today.
Yep, and I also have Tony Pollard. I think that's a pretty good play as well.
Yeah,
so let's see if we got any more.
I like all the Cowboys versus Packers today.
Yeah, We got a question from the chat room: Dulcich or Hill? Man, it's a tough. I have
Dulcich
both.
for me.
I have both these guys in my tight end starts. So for me, it's a little. I mean, I could see Taysom Hill getting some goal line carries and stuff, today versus the Steelers.
Yeah, it's just too much of a gamble for me.
It's a gamble.
I won't do the Taysom Hill game. I just won't do it. Dulcich has been really good so far, consistent in all 3 games he's played, and I'm riding with Dulcich in the Guillotine League today.
Yeah, I have him starting in a couple of my teams as well. So let's just say Dulcich, but if you're in the mood for gambling, I think Hill might be, Dulcich has that safe floor.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Like Ab says. Let's head to the wide receiver starts. I like this. I think he's on my list too. Juju Smith-Schuster. He's been so consistent. You got to get him into the lineup. And then he's got Jerry Jeudy and Darnell Mooney. It's a little bit of a sleeper pick there. I kind of like it, though. What do you think?
I like those picks. Juju, for sure, man. I mean, he's been getting 9 to close to 10 targets a week for the last 3 weeks or so, and just really seems like he's finding his spot in that offense and learning how that works there. And he's really looking good. So I love that pick. Judy's been out playing Cortland Sutton over there, which is kind of crazy to me. But Mooney's been pretty consistent. You might not get a huge game, but he's not going to kill you like he was the first few weeks of the season.
Starting to come around. I drafted Sutton in a few leagues, kind of like, what a wasted pick. I can't believe Russell Wilson can't get him the ball.
I thought he was going to be huge this year.
Yeah, I'm going to throw up mine because I also have Juju Smith-Schuster. I got Christian Kirk. I kind of want a piece of that Jaguars-Chiefs game if I'm playing guys.
That.
I want to get in there where I can. I think that'll be one of the higher scoring games this week. I got Alan Lazard because Aaron Rodgers doesn't have anybody to throw to besides him.
Who else?
And around the red zone, the dude is money, man. I mean, he's 6'5", 235, and he's 9. He gets a lot of red zone targets.
Oh yeah, he was from Iowa, wasn't he?
Iowa State, right down Urbandale High School. It's like 10 minutes from me here. Yeah, nice. Iowa's all-time leading wide receiver for receptions. Receptions leader. We got Adams, got Jalen Waddle. Got to get him in the. Yeah, you also have Christian Kirk.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, I like Kirk today for sure.
Yeah. And then the Slim Reaper versus Washington. Got to get him in the lineup. That's Monday night. We'll have to wait till Monday for that.
Yeah, he's due for a bounce back there. He's had a couple of down weeks. AJ Brown's gotten most of the big plays, but I think it's Devontae Smith's week this time.
Time for it. Yeah, here we got Dalton Schultz versus the Packer. Joe's tight end starts Pat Freiermuth. He also has Dulcich. I think all 3 of us have Dulcich.
Yeah, I love all 3 of these picks right here. These are 3 guys I've been looking at in all of my teams, really.
And I have like Dulcich and Dalton Schultz on a bunch of teams, so I'm like, I don't know who to start, man. Yeah.
I feel like Schultz is really, really safe. Schultz is about as safe as it gets, I think, right now with Dak back playing. Every game Dak's played, Schultz has had a really solid game.
Yeah. Yeah. I might go against my I think I've got Dulcich in there instead of Schultz all times. I don't know what to do, really, to be honest. It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But here we go. We got Adam also has Dulcich. He's got Schultz. Yeah, you and I both have Foster Moreau too.
Yeah, again, we mentioned earlier, who else is Derek Carr's got to have to throw to somebody to get these guys out. So, yeah, I think Foster Moreau, he's shown in spots before where he can step up, and he's a very good player.
Absolutely. I've got him also here. And I have Taysom Hill. I'm like, trying to figure out something. How's Andy Dalton going to put it in the end zone? They're going to have to, Mike Tomlin knows how to beat Andy Dalton.
Yeah. That's why I love the Steelers defense.
I like the Steelers today too, but
love the Steelers defense. TJ Watt returns too.
Got another question.
What we got here?
Hopkins is in my lineup every week, no matter what. Yeah. The only time he comes out is if he's on a bye or he's injured.
Yeah, I mean, you got to me, I look at it like this: like, regardless of who's playing quarterback, the number one player on the field they want to get the ball to is going to be Hopkins. Like, I mean, James Conner's a solid player, but he's not dynamic out of the backfield and
Yeah,
stuff.
no
It's
way.
going to be Hopkins or Rondale Moore. They're going to try to get the ball to, like, all the time.
Yep. All right, we've got where are we? We're on defense, special teams, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Joe, I can see why I went with the Saints. Kenny Pickett been throwing a lot of picks.
Yeah.
Coming off the bye, though, let's see if Tomlin rights the ship. Giants versus Houston, I like that play too. I think that'll be a good play. And then the Titans versus Denver. Well, that's not a bad play either. I kind of think Denver wins this game. Yeah, call me crazy, but I don't. The Titans, I don't know how they've been winning games. Actually, they lost last week. They had a good game against the Chiefs, but
yeah, they've been doing that for like 2 years, in my opinion. Like, they just win games. Vrabel's just a really good coach, and they don't make a lot of mistakes, and they run Derrick Henry.
Excuse me.
Derrick Henry kind of controls the games most of the time for them. So, and they're getting Tannehill back today, so I think that's going to be a really good game.
Right, that'll be a good game. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I love the Steelers on the other side of that Saints game. Like we said, Tomlin's had the bye week. They've had a little bit of time. TJ Watt's coming back today. Andy Dalton could be a turnover machine. So I look for the Steelers to give them a real tough game today.
I kind of like the under in that game too.
Yeah, exactly. And the Cardinals-Rams game, I think the Cardinals defense has been pretty sneakily good all season for fantasy. Against maybe the backup quarterback, John Walford, I think's his name.
The worst quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. The Rams have been the number one team to play defenses against all season. So I think that's a good call right there to play the Cardinals.
All right. Like it. I think I'm also there with you with the Cardinals. If John Wolford is playing, whatever his name is, if you watched him in the preseason, he was awful. Giants, Texans, Steelers, Saints. I'm on the other side of Joe. I like the Steelers defense today.
Yeah.
You and I are both on the other side of Joe there.
Yeah. The Saints have been underwhelming on defense all year.
Yeah.
They're big drop off from where they have been.
I think Lattimore is out, and he's their best cover corner. So
yeah, he's missed numerous games now.
Yeah, great player. Just Mark Sean. He's out. Yeah. Yep, out. Let's head on to sleepers, man. My favorite part of the show, the sleepers, man. Jared Goff versus Chicago. All right, well, I don't feel terrible about playing him today. So, Jerick McKinnon versus Jacksonville. I've got Isaiah Pacheco in mind. So I don't know. Joe and I are fighting, scrambling there. I don't know. I could be wrong. Darius
kind of banged up.
Is he? McKinnon's banged up? He's always banged up, right?
I think they said he's playing, but something like a hamstring or something maybe had him questioned.
I can get that for you. Got that up here.
And the Seahawks scored again.
He's questionable with the shoulder. He's got shoulder, knee, and hamstring issues. So, yeah, maybe avoid. Sorry, Joe. Darius Slayton versus Houston. Yeah, all right. How's Slayton been this past few weeks? I haven't seen it. Has it been Wandale? They got Wandale. They traded away Kadarius Toney, so I mean, I guess they got to play Slayton, right?
Yeah, I think so. Slayton's a kind of a big play guy. He has been the last couple of seasons. He can make those plays, and he's not a bad start every once in a while, especially in these type of situations where it's pretty much Wandale. But I think today the number one player in fantasy football is going to be Saquon Barkley, and the Giants are just going to run all over Houston with Barkley.
I hope so, because Giants one of my top plays today for the clients. Giants -4. Cole Kmet versus Detroit. Love this. He had 2 touchdowns last week. So my thing is, like, I saw it last week. Can I see it again this week? I think there'll be chances where he'll be open. There's going to be times that he'll be open.
For sure. There's definitely opportunity. It's just, I feel like the Bears offense right now, while it's ascending so much, it's still really spreading it out, and it's going to be hard to predict who's going to get the touchdowns right now. But
and they got to be worried.
We'll just take them anyway. But for fantasy, it's going to be tough to predict.
The Lions are going to be worried about scrambling.
Yeah,
and then the guys are going to, if guys like Kmet and Mooney and St. Brown are finding those, spots in the zone where it's open, then Cole Kmet could have a big game. So here we go. We got Jalen Warren. Is he starting over what's his name injured? What's his name? Najee Harris.
No, he's not starting, but they have kind of been quietly whispering his name a whole lot over the bye week and stuff about how, they think he's been a little more effective, when he's on the field, and they said they want to try to get him a little more touches and kind of see what happens. So I think it's an interesting play, and if you got an extra spot on your bench, I'd stash him away.
Yeah, and I did that too because I have Najee on one team, so I stashed Warren behind him. Right. Mac Hollins, a guy I liked, is a deep threat. Mostly played special teams, but then when teams put Mac Hollins in, he produces. He had a
huge game like a month ago or something for the Raiders when Renfro or one of those guys was out then too. So they're going to need him today again with the tight end out, with Waller out, and Renfro again. So
Mac
I think a sneaky play.
Was Mitch Trubisky's wide receiver in college.
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Cade Otton, I like him. I wonder how he's done today. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's take a look
here. I know Seattle scored again. I think Brady threw a pick and Seattle scored.
16-21. All right. 3 minutes left, though, with the Buccaneers have the ball, though. 2nd and 7. Okay. Trying to find that box score for Otton. I'll come back to that. Just here we go. My sleepers. I got Sam Ehlinger versus the Raiders. If that's a deep sleeper.
Yeah.
But that
takes some big ones there.
Yep. And we got, let's see, receiving. I have Cade Otton on one. He's 3 for 35. Yeah. 3 targets, 3 catches. So
not too bad for tight end.
He runs a lot of routes.
Yeah.
I got Sam Ehlinger, Khalif Raymond at the Bears, the guy who torched us last year. So deep sleeper. The Lions are missing a lot of guys. They've got like 3 wide receivers out. You're missing DJ Chark. You're missing Josh Reynolds. You're missing Quintez Cephas, whatever his name is. Quintez Cephas. All you really have are these guys, Khalif and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So Khalif torched us last year. We'll see how he does this year. I got Tyler Higbee. Cardinals, one of the worst teams against the tight end. And if that young quarterback needs a blanket, maybe he'll just hit the tight end underneath. And then Isaiah Pacheco. I really like this kid. It looks like they like giving this kid the ball. I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jerick McKinnon are kind of, not getting the ball as much because this kid's getting the ball. So I don't know.
Yeah, I like Pacheco a lot. He's a guy I've been stashing in a couple places. And
I tried to stash him. He was already gone.
He looks like Tyreek Hill out there. When you see him, he's wearing the number 10. He's a little stocky guy. I mean, he looks like Tyreek Hill.
And he's fast, too.
He's explosive, yeah. They're going to find ways to get him the ball. I think next season with him and Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, they're going to have some young, speed everywhere again.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Interesting stat I just saw. Leonard Fournette with an interception today.
What?
Yeah. Leonard Fournette.
Oh, he threw an interception,
Yeah. He threw.
Was that a pick 6?
I don't know. Possibly. In the meantime, Rachaad White with 21 carries.
Yeah. 21 for 87. But Leonard Fournette with a touchdown on the ground, though.
Right. I thought he got hurt and went out of the game. I thought I heard, though.
Oh, Fournette?
Yeah, I thought I heard Fournette was out.
We'll be trying to make the tackle on that pick 6.
Yeah, probably so.
All right, the important part here is let's get to the sits, man. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's on my list too, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, tough defense there against him today. Yeah. He's not past 16 fantasy points the whole season.
Yeah. And Joe also has Melvin Gordon versus Titans, who I have. Adam Thielen versus Buffalo. Gerald Everett, how can you not? I mean, I like Gerald Everett today, but.
Yeah, Joe's got Gerald Everett as a sit. Oh, man, that's Joe's guy. Like,
what happened?
I don't know. Gerald Everett was a big disappointment last week for me, in my opinion. I thought he was going to have a huge game last week, and he didn't. And it's kind of been the roller coaster when you
Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are out. It's like
and then he got like 2 catches or something, and it was So I don't know. I understand it. That's why on my guillotine team, I took Everett out and I'm playing Dulcich.
There you go. And Adam Thielen, I don't know, I kind of like Thielen today.
Yeah, I kind of like Thielen too.
Good red zone targets.
Yeah. Tre'Davious White's not playing for Buffalo.
There you go. Have sneak in. We got Devin Singletary versus Minnesota. Michael Pittman. Oh, you don't like Pittman, huh? I kind of like Pittman today, but
man, I'm just worried about the quarterback right now.
Yeah.
Like I love Michael Pittman, the player, but man, he's been one of the most disappointing players so far. And I'm worried about the Ellinger thing. You know, I need to see it with him before I'm ready to put him back in my lineup.
Yeah, I mean, so here's my thing. Ellinger's got one game under his belt, and now he goes to play the Raiders, who have probably the worst defensive secondary in the NFL.
That's true.
So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like Pittman today, but I mean, I don't own any shares of him. But and then you got Taysom Hill, and I could totally understand that because that he's like a wild card, you know?
Yeah,
he could explode or he could do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And I know for me, I'm at that point of the season where I want to make sure I get my points, and I'm trying to avoid any of the huge busts right now.
Yeah. Yep, at that point of the season. Let's get my sits. I'm going to take some questions. Got Kyler Murray at Rams. The reason why he's on there is he's a game time decision.
Exactly.
And he's got a hamstring injury.
And he hasn't played that great anyway. I mean, he does everything in the second half of games.
Yeah. So just very. I mean, it's an afternoon game, so you want to get your guys in there, beforehand. Melvin Gordon also for me. Brandon Cooks at the Giants. You never know if that guy's going to even suit up. So
yeah, I heard this morning they removed his captaincy from the team.
Okay. There you go. That's a good save.
Yeah, so he's just getting a little further and further away there. So
Robert Tonyan versus the Cowboys. One of the best teams against the tight end is the Cowboys. All right, let's see if we got any questions. If not, we can let you get to work. Oh, here we go. Goddard or Ertz? Man, that's a tough call. I'm probably gonna say I'm
taking Goddard in the matchups today. I think just because of the quarterback with Ertz. McCoy's not bad though. I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of my instinct. I mean, my gut says to take Goddard, but then okay, Colt McCoy may come in and just hit. He knows where the guys are supposed to be. It's a veteran. He's going to hit the tight end. Tight end's going to be open. He's going to hit Hopkins.
Ertz has been like the most consistent tight end in all of fantasy this year. Like he has one game without double-digit points.
Exactly. So I think I'll stick with Ertz for me. I don't think you can go wrong either way.
Yeah, exactly. You got two great choices. I think flip a coin and just be happy you got both.
Yeah, because I've got to make a choice between Colt McCoy and Jared Goff. So I may start Colt McCoy.
That's tough.
I know. Jared Goff, I mean, I just don't. I mean, I think probably Goff will have a good game. I don't like rooting for the Lions player against my Bears.
Doesn't have a good game. It is just ridiculously bad. That's the problem with Goff.
Yeah.
It's like when it goes bad, it is bad.
It is bad.
And the Bears are in Goff's head, I think. We need to remember that. The Bears have destroyed Goff when he was with the Rams and stuff, and I think that could be a thing too.
Let me see where. And I'm thinking about taking Goff. I don't want to play Goff. I hate Jared Goff. Right?
Right.
Let me see. I don't even know if Claypool or Colt McCoy is available. I'll just play him. I don't even care.
Oh, man, Rachaad White over 100 yards now, 105 yards.
Damn. 37 seconds left. That's the game.
Yeah, I think he iced it with like a 20-yard run or something.
Yep, Seahawks are done. There you go. That's the game. You got any final comments before we get out of here?
Man, I'll tell you the biggest thing for me today in fantasy football, and maybe it's not just personal, but I know it's for everybody in fantasy. Jonathan Taylor, come back today, be the game. I
know, right?
Be the game. I'm hoping this whole crazy coaching change that they're like, he's healthy. They're saying he's practiced all week. He's getting out there. Like, let's see them just go out and give him 30 carries today and do what they did in week. They did it week 1, and he had like 160 yards and a touchdown, and then they've never done it since. And it's like, go give Jonathan Taylor to the ball. Let's make fantasy managers happy that took him number 1 overall.
I'm telling you, and I think we talked about this when we were drafting. Maybe in the chat room before the draft when we did our barroom draft or live or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about Jonathan Taylor and how, like, I don't know whether it was you or me or someone said the only direction for Jonathan Taylor to go after last year was down.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
So let me ask you, if you had been a team that drafted Jonathan Taylor number 1 overall.
I was the team.
Okay, so who would you draft instead number 1 overall with hindsight as a benefit?
I mean, as of right now, if you could go back, honestly, it would be McCaffrey or Barkley.
Yeah, well, those are the 2 guys I drafted in the
right. I know you got both of them right after me. Yeah, you got both of them on the same team because Barkley was going 2nd round at the time. And
right.
He was exactly who I would have taken with my 2nd pick, but you got him a few ahead of me because I was that 1 and then not till 20. So.
Right, and I was like, I think I cracked the joke, like, I got the all-injury team, but they've been surprising and they've been healthy. I mean, McCaffrey's missed a game or 2 with injury, but Saquon Barkley has been healthy, and has been thriving in that season, in that system, in the Giants system.
He's going to kill Houston today.
He's got a good matchup today, so we'll see.
Yeah, the best matchup.
My thing is I can't get the kicker position right. I drafted the Falcons kicker. He's done jack crap.
Yeah, man. Every time I've tried to pick him
Horrible.
up the past 2, he always blows it for me as well. So I've gotten lucky and kind of locked up that Carlson for the Raiders on multiple teams, and he's just really good and consistent, and they kick a lot of field goals. And
my guy's been what do you call it? The kicker for the Seahawks, who's been pretty good.
Oh yeah, Myers. Yeah.
Myers.
Yeah,
that's picked him up, and my kicker's always my last pick of the draft.
Same here.
I don't
give anybody that needs a kicker though this week, Patriots on bye, go grab Nick Folk if he's dropped. He's a great kicker to finish the season with.
Yeah, gonna grab him right now, man. I can't though because
exactly.
Koo is still in my lineup, so I can't grab him.
Oh yeah, because they already played, huh?
Yeah, they already played. Oh well. They played on Thursday. All right, buddy. For Joe and Adam, thank everybody. Adam, have a good rest of your day. Best of luck.
You too, sir.
Where is this clothes? That's the thing. Does he have a?
Yeah, it's on there somewhere.
We can never find it. Oh, here it is. I got it. All right, brother.
All right. Have a good luck, everybody. Have a good day.
All right, later.
Bye-bye.